CEO running from Creating a Difference. We're gonna do a brand new ball from MOTIV with the TruBallReviews system. But we're gonna start off with our 2000 grit sanded IQ Tour. We're gonna collect some data from Specto, and we're gonna evaluate the MOTIV JACKAL Flash. Got it right there. Dustin's gonna throw a couple of shots with each ball from different parts of the lane. That's gonna allow us to get a good feel of how they perform on the Kegel chromium pattern. That's what we're bowling on. He'll throw them from the same part. We'll get a ball reaction difference. We'll be able to take a look and see how the performance is. And it's gonna help us to help determine whether or not JACKAL Flash should be in your bag, or maybe you get a different ball from MOTIV. So he's throwing a 2000 grit IQ Tour. We're gonna be able to track some of the data, see how well the ball performs, and that's gonna help us give you a better understanding of the ball. So he's gonna start out here at third arrow with the IQ Tour. We're gonna watch it. It's close, 10 back with the IQ Tour for third arrow. So the JACKAL Flash is a polished ball. It's 5500 grit polished, and our IQ Tour ball happens to be at 2000 grit. So these bowling balls aren't necessarily the same finish, so you wouldn't expect them to roll the same, and that's okay. Our goal here is to see how well the balls perform at different grits, and then we'll actually do one where we do a closer grit comparison. There's a JACKAL Flash, looks good, and it's 10 back as well, so that's good. So when I look at those two shots, they look like they were thrown close, which is good. We got a little bit more total hook out of that JACKAL Flash, primarily down lane, which is a good thing if you're looking for more back in. So that would tell me that the JACKAL Flash would fit more in that angular category as opposed to the continuous category, ball motion wise, that the IQ Tour is in. He's gonna do it again. And it looks like he's gonna go to second arrow. Yep, going right to second arrow. So more friction equals more hook, and we got a Brooklyn strike from second arrow. So now we'll see how the JACKAL Flash responds to a little more friction. He'll go ahead and throw it over second arrow. And we'll see if it also goes Brooklyn or if it doesn't and holds pocket. A little bit further right. A little bit further, actually a lot further right. So we're gonna throw that JACKAL Flash again. That ball definitely was right, so he's gonna repeat that shot over second arrow. There we go. So the ball went through the face. Headed toward Brooklyn, not Brooklyn, but headed toward Brooklyn. So that tells me that the JACKAL Flash is not as responsive to the friction as the IQ Tour is. But now he's gonna move in to fourth arrow, which is gonna give us a little bit more oil and allow us to see how the JACKAL Flash performs in some more oil. But first, we'll throw the IQ Tour. There's fourth arrow, there's the recovery, and we got a strike. So that gives you a little comparison there. Now we're gonna do a better comparison. We're gonna let you see that JACKAL Flash from fourth arrow and some more oil. And like I said, we're using that Kegel chromium pattern. It's a Kegel Challenge Series pattern, which is good for us to be able to get a good understanding of the true performance of bowling balls, which is what we're trying to do here. JACKAL Flash, fourth arrow, good shot. And it also struck. Now when I look at some of the data, well, once again, it's kind of indicating the same thing, right? So it's saying that JACKAL Flash can create more angle than that IQ Tour. It also says that those bowling balls definitely do not roll the same. The IQ Tour is definitely rolling earlier than the JACKAL Flash. Now we got the clutch system out. We're actually going to show you with the line on the lane so you can really see what's going on, the performance of the bowling balls. So Dustin's going to go where? Where are you going, Dustin?
Back to third arrow.
Back to third arrow, home base.
Throwing it the same.
Throwing it the same, going back to home base. We'll see what happens with the performance of the IQ Tour. Little inside. and it reacted like it was a little bit inside. So we left a nasty 410 split. So we'll get ourselves a fresh rack and do that again. We'll just do that again with that same IQ tour again. I'm gonna call that inside your target there. The good thing is I can see it and everybody on YouTube can see it too. So we're all in this together. We're all trying to get some quality shots for you to be able to know if the Jackal Flash should be in your bag or not. So he's gonna go over that third arrow again. There we go. 10 back. Woo-wee! Almost 10 back. Not today though. Stone 9. And that definitely is a great continuous bowling ball. That's why we picked it as our control ball. It's been around for a long time. A lot of success has been had with that ball. It's still being made, and that's a huge kudos to how strong that ball is. But we're not here to watch the IQ2, we're here to watch the Jackal Flash. So what does the Jackal Flash do at third arrow? That's the real question. So we'll watch. That's a pretty close shot. Just a smidgen in, right? It was just a little bit in, and it reacted as such. I'm gonna have you throw that ball again as well, Dustin. Looking at the data, it's saying that we got similar, we got that higher entry angle, which is good. We also got a little less hook that time, so we're gonna throw it again. I think that shot was just a little bit off. So we'll get a full rack, we'll throw it again, and we'll see exactly if the Jackal Flash should be in your bag. So here's the way it works. Let's say you have the IQ Tour like we have at the same surface, and you need a ball that goes longer, right? More back end. Well, this ball would fall into that category. If you needed a ball that was earlier, maybe less hook, then this ball would not fall in that category. So this whole process is set up to help you have a better understanding of if these new bowling balls fit in your arsenal or not. Now, you're not bowling where we're bowling at. You're not bowling on what we're bowling on. But if you have that IQ Tour and you roll that IQ Tour over the same kind of part of the lane that we are, you're going to get a similar understanding if you had the Jackal Flash with you. So this is really set up to help you understand a little bit more about what we're trying to do in terms of getting you to make a decision if these new bowling balls are the balls for you or you need to pass and get something else. What are you doing, Dustin?
Throwing the IQ Tour at 5,000 grit.
So now we're going to do a comparison, a little bit of a surface comparison. We're going to throw we have two IQ Tours. This IQ Tour is at 5,000 grit TruCut, which is a closer finish to the Jackal Flash. So we're going to see how it performs. A little bit right. Definitely not nearly as much back in recovery though. Definitely not as much recovery. So this kind of shows you a couple of things, right? It's going to show you what happens with the Jackal Flash or with the IQ Tour when we change the surface and when we get it closer to the Jackal Flash. So the thing that I'm taking away from this is that if you have even though that shot was right, go ahead and throw it again. If you have a IQ Tour that is polished and you compare it to a Jackal Flash, the Jackal Flash is more back in. All this does for really us is it really helps to confirm that the Jackal Flash would probably fit into that angular category ball motion wise. And because it's angular, it's maybe a ball that you need in your arsenal, right? This is definitely a piece from them that they were searching for something that was angular, and it appears that they got it. So now you got some more information about the MOTIV Jackal Flash. You can buy the MOTIV Jackal Flash at bowlingforless.com. And as always, keep checking out the videos we got here with TruBallReviews.com. We're going to do a whole lot more balls. You're going to be able to see and do some comparisons. So with that being said, I'm out of here. CEO, running it for Creative Difference. Talk to you soon. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And check out one of the other videos on the screen for more information. Thanks for joining us.